Resuming debate, the honourable member for Bow River.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like again to congratulate all the members of the House for joining the 45th Parliament. But I have some questions for the Minister of Transport. Can the Minister tell Canadians how much investment has fled Canada since the production cap on oil and gas was announced?
The Honourable Minister.
I'm here to answer questions about internal trade and transport, but since this is a question about the energy sector, I'm going to allow myself to mention one project I'm very proud of, and I think all members of this House should be proud of. It's called TMX. In the 2027 budget, I stood in this House and congratulated the skilled tradesmen who made the golden weld.
So this is a transport project. Quite obviously, everything related to the oil and gas industry is involved in transport. But investment has fled the country because of the production cap on oil and gas, and so transportation isn't happening. I wonder if the Minister can please, if the Minister knows how much investment has fled the country.
The Honourable Minister.
As I said, I'm here to answer transport questions and internal trade questions, but I will allow myself to talk about TMX. It is a nation-building project. I'm proud to have been the minister who was on the job when we got that project done. That is already delivering. It has reduced the differential between Canadian oil and U.S. oil.
The Honourable Member.
TMX for like 4 or 5 times the cost of the original private enterprise, but be that as it may, I'll move on a little bit. I wonder if the Minister can tell Canadians if any other G7 country has imposed a cap on its own energy production, its internal or external energy production, or is this Liberal government like uniquely short-sighted?
The Honourable Minister.
Again, it's a bit rich to hear Conservatives criticize the building of a pipeline. We got it built. The previous Conservative government did not. I'm very proud of that pipeline. It is diversifying the Canadian economy today. It is giving us an alternative to the U.S. It is a nation-building project, and it is operating right now. It is making...
The Honourable Member.
It has nothing to do with building a pipeline for 4 times the original cost. It has everything to do with the projects that were stalled and didn't happen because of actions of the Liberal government. Again, can the Minister tell us if there's any other G7 country that has this kind of an internal cap on production?
The Honourable Minister.
Given the lateness of the hour, given the importance of TMX, I humoured the members of this House by talking about that. But the fact is, I'm the Transport Minister, I'm the Minister for Internal Trade.
So in the interest of transporting more product from the production of oil fields in Alberta and Saskatchewan and BC and everywhere else, when will the Liberal government scrap the job-killing oil and gas production cap?
Honourable Minister.
I think I've been very clear. I think the mandate of this debate is very clear. We have been here for nearly 4 hours, and it actually has been great to hear some really good questions and give answers to them. I would be delighted to answer transport questions.
Okay, moving on a bit. How much money has Canada lost because of the Liberal government's tanker ban on the West Coast?
Again, Mr. Speaker, we are here to talk about transport and internal trade related issues. I will be delighted to answer questions about those. I do, though.
The Honourable Member.
This is intimate to transport. I mean, the ban is on Canadian territorial waters, internal waters on the West Coast. So this has impacted the economic circumstance of Canada. How much money has the country lost because we don't allow tankers on the northwest coast?
The Honourable Minister.
We just had an election. We have an opportunity today, all of us, to come together to build Canada, to say, yes, a few weeks ago we were knocking on doors and we were competing. But right now, our job...
Honourable Member, 10 seconds or less. Last question.
We just had an election, but we had a decade of this government involved in this sort of thing. So I'll move on to the next question. Why is it okay for tankers to bring oil into the East Coast?
As I said, now really it must be a time not to be fighting with each other, but to work together to build Canada.
Resuming debate.